We are on the shore. Look for the dragon, the doll, and the clown.
So you see a dark figure kind of move over, and then seeming to read the note, and then the figure kind of like drapes over the side of the ship and kind of looks out and sees you guys, and you see him kind of bring up something to his mouth, and he sends you guys a message.
What has happened to the town? We are all in grave danger. There's been a great deal of commotion. They're burning a great deal of bodies. Were you successful in slaying the beast?
Well, I slayed a bunch of people. Complete accident.
I see giving you my tinderbox was a bit of an old man's folly. You have your own toolkit to use.
God, you would be best friends with this guy.
I mean, he is evil.
So I've been able to piece together some information. A few fools have been dumb enough to try and cross the water and get on this boat. I allowed one or two to make it, and I was able to get some amount of information. But they didn't know much. Did you slay the beast?
No, it wants us to kill the person in charge here because it's, the beast is the rightful, person in charge. And then we kind of said yes, but we were going to backstab him. So yeah, it's going great.
Interesting. Yes, I like the intrigue, young girl, yes. Would you like to talk to, would you like me to bring the boat closer?
I'm gonna look over to Edward and sorry, drop something.
It's Edmund, but that's okay.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna look over to Edmund and Locke and say, do we want to actually go on the boat or?
I don't.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, do you think they'd probably notice the boat coming up, right?
Yeah, but we gotta get on it somehow. Maybe this is how we can pretend like we're leaving, And then we could go back to the town and they'd be like, oh, these are new people.
So what is it, girl?
Yes,
should I douse the flames on the boat and try and come in stealthily, or I don't know if they care at this point, though.
No, you should just bring the boat up.
All right, give me but one moment. I'm excited to learn of your exploits in greater detail.
And yeah, he kind of starts moving stuff around, and then slowly but surely kind of creeps. He unfurls one of the smaller sails, and he is creeping along. It takes a couple minutes, but he is like right next to the dock at this point.
Okay. So how do the workers react? The ones who are actually building the boat?
A couple have noticed, and they seem to be talking to the other ones, but they haven't started moving towards you guys yet. They are still like breakneck speed trying to put these rafts together.
Okay, let's do you guys want to try to like sneak up onto the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just, the boat's right there, so you can just kind of hop on.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'm going to hop onto the boat.
You hear Colin kind of call out from behind the helm.
One moment, I'll take us back into a little deeper water, a little farther away.
Everybody make perception checks as you enter into the boat.
12 plus 1, 13.
16 plus 2, 18.
I got a 2 plus 3, 5.
All right. So some of you, Locke, not seeing much of this, not paying attention, you do notice that maybe like as you guys were in the boat and just starting to kind of peel out, a handful of those workers kind of peeled off, and we're starting to walk over and then see you kind of disappear, and then immediately kind of you can hear them yell out to you like,
yeah, that's right, you might as well fucking leave.
And like more jeers and yelling, and they kind of just get back to what they're doing, kind of like breakneck speed, like run back to where some of those rafts are being made. And also something you notice, the boat, for the most part, looks fine. It seems that Kalt has taken upon himself to decorate it a little bit. You see Belle's head has been mostly cleaned of flesh and is hanging from, like, right in front of where the helm is, kind of, like, lashed onto it. He couldn't get tar, so he couldn't tar the head, so he just made it into a giant skull. You see that there is a handful of dead villagers in the boat, like 3. Kind of, there's one like still attached to a chair on the deck. It's dead, but there's 2 just kind of like hocked over to the side with like pieces and parts missing. He said he was getting information from them, so you can kind of understand how he got the information now. And you see he's taken to drawing a few spell circles into the deck of the boat, probably to make certain rituals a little quicker and easier, just kind of already having them out there. And he's started to write up some runes on some of the doorways and stuff. He seems to be kind of like ruining out the boat a little bit. Nothing inherently like beneficial, just, probably passing the time. It's been like 2-3 days at this point.
So there are 3 dead bodies on the boat right now.
Yep.
When you said you let some people on board, did you let them off?
No. Well, I mean, some of them I threw over the side, but, I mean, not many more than you see before you. I grew hungry, so I have them here just in case.
Huh?
I've only got an apple left.
Oh my god.
I'm just going to walk over to Kalt, and I'm just going to shove him into the ocean.
Make an attack roll.
That's a natural 19. I don't know what you want me to add to it.
It'll be a strength thing, so add your strength to it.
I got a 0 modifier.
Oh. He is going to... It seems like your hands are about to, like, push him overboard, but he's got a natural AC of 17, and then he uses shield as a reaction, and your hands, like, make it halfway about to touch him, and he kind of, like, waves up his hand, like, very surprised, and you're pushed back a little bit as a ephemeral shield kind of surrounds him for a brief second.
It's like, what are you doing? Trying to get my clothes wet?
You're a dick. You just...
How am I a dick? You guys... What did I do, dick? What is a dick?
You killed 3 villagers. And clearly tortured them.
I needed information. And if you think that I went onto land to get them, you are mistaken. They were coming to claim this boat.
You didn't have to kill those people. You were way more powerful than they were. You should have exercised some restraint.
They came here with club, sword, and dagger to kill me. I killed them first.
See, when we were talking earlier, Maeve, about good people and bad people, this is a bad person.
I know, but...
It is a man's right to defend property.
Himself.
So, stand your ground.
I stood my ground.
I'll nickname you Florida. Okay. Well, look, we have done this town no good. So, I guess I'll leave it to the group. Do we want to try to right our wrong and take this beast out, or do we just want to allow these people to build their boats and flee in their own time?
I want to help people. I need to make right what I've done.
It's a good instinct.
Is there any profit in staying here any longer? What will this beast offer us for killing what did you say, killing the ruler here?
He would offer us something, but I think we're more inclined to take him out.
He offered us to let us go, right?
He offered no reward or tribute?
Not that I can remember.
I thought he did.
Sounds like a bad deal.
Pat, what do you think?
I honestly have no idea what to think. I am torn between Kalt's right to defend himself and our boat. But also torn with I don't like killing innocent people. I'm going to roll an insight check on if Kalt is telling the truth.
Okay, yeah.
I got a 16 plus 1. I got a 17.
He doesn't seem to be lying. I mean, he's not lying. They tried to get
He's
on the boat.
not lying about them trying to kill him?
No, yeah, they tried to get on the boat.
Okay.
They were armed.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see, like, some of them, like, have the weapons still in their hands. Like, he killed 2 and then tortured 1.
I'm totally fine with it. He was defending himself.
I mean, you also have to think that he was basically had a large torch as a signal flare for like probably a few hours, and people probably were curious and wondering if they were messaging him. So it gets a little blurry because you rolled well, or you can kind of like surmise that like, yeah, the situation's a little wonky, but
it's wonky enough that I'm totally cool with living with Kalt's torture of people.
So, what did the ruler of this island offer in reward for this beast?
They had some gold, and I think that was about it.
We are low on funds. What about supplies? I'm on my last apple.
Well, we could probably get some of that with the gold, and we could talk to what's his name, Captain Bubbles, or that weird pirate guy.
See if you can find some salt on the island. I would hate for all this meat to go to waste.
Oh, I'd rather not.
Yeah, I'm just gonna immediately start throwing the bodies into the ocean.
Well, you better get me more apples then.
We will get you more apples. We're not eating villagers.
I wasn't eating them yet. It was something of last resort.
I once again, I will leave it to the group. I think we need to make amends for what we've done. But I can also see a very clear argument where we just let these people be and then just kind of stop fucking up their village.
I think the amends we could make would be to stop the beast or allow the beast to become their ruler and hopefully be a good guy after the fact. But
he just turns into a good guy.
He already killed a bunch of people. I don't think he's gonna be a good. He is not a good guy. You know, I think we should.
My point is, I feel like we should address the villagers after we come to a resolution with the predicament that we are now in.
Mm-hmm. I care not for the town, but I am curious about what this beast has to offer, as compared for what the ruler has to offer. Whichever one has the greatest profit for our group, we should go with.
What about the moral profit?
What moral profit? We're in the Badlands. What does it matter?
I mean, even though we're in the Badlands, you can still make decisions for the greater good. That's how you stop the Badlands from being the Badlands.
I'm only interested in my greater good.
Are you? I feel like you're into your own greater bad.
Oof.
I mean, potato, I suppose.
Okay, I think we should let's try to right the wrong and defeat the beast, and then, you know, we can buy as many apples as we want for Kalt and other stuff, you know. But I feel really, really awful about accidentally murdering 70 people.
Have you been keeping a close watch upon the town?
There was some smoke and things, but I didn't see much.
Around that funeral pyre is a great deal of people, but they do not seem like normal mourners anymore. They seem to have coalesced into something more, quite a bit more interesting. I hear one of their leaders yell. It seems they yearn for the sweet release of death and to return to their loved ones. I would be cautious around certain parts of the town.
Okay. Do we want to head back to the shore then?
Yeah, I mean...
All right, I'll bring the boat around. We should not leave it. How should I know that your work was completed?
We could signal you again.
What kind of signal?
I have magic. I could do some things.
I could also always just shoot another arrow with a note.
That is possible, but I would hate for it to accidentally hit me. I know you are very cautious of my well-being.
He kind of looks like a small grin.
I tighten the grip on my sword, which I've been just holding this whole time.
Little girl, I've seen you utilize simple magics of the flame. Perhaps 2 quick bursts followed by 3 shorter bursts of your fire.
I don't really... If we need to, I will, but I really don't like, fire.
I mean, do you have any other ways of simple magics that could draw my attention?
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and say, yes! And make my voice boom up.
Yes.
Boom up to 3 times as loud.
That should work, but if you are at a greater distance, you will be at a disadvantage.
Is that you or the DM speaking?
No, that's Kalt speaking. Like, he won't be able to, like, it IRL, like, this is me as the DM speaking. It only boosts you up to, I think, 300 feet. So if you're, like, in the middle of town, far away, he won't be able to hear you.
Well, I assume we would probably try to signal him from the shore, maybe.
So is there anything else you require of me?
Just maybe try not to kill anyone else.
Don't kill anyone?
I make no promises to not kill intruders upon my domain.
I think that's as good as we're gonna get.
If filth comes onto my boat, I will clean it up handily. Now, after you purge this town of its evil or its ruler, do you plan on burning it down or letting these filthy ruffians living?
Live?
Yeah, I don't think we intended on killing anyone else.
He's like, child, I gave you... then give me back my tinderbox, please.
Yes,
I'm highly
take it,
disappointed.
please. I give it to you like a hot potato.
He grabs it and kind of, like, caresses it slightly.
All right, fine. I will take you back onto the shore. I will try and do it quickly, but hate for you to be harried by those dirty workers over there.
And he kind of slowly, this time a little bit more speed, he's going to do something not quite as crazy as how he dropped you guys off originally, but he's going to do a quick pass. So everybody just make a dex check to see how well you handle the quick exit of a moving boat.
Nat 1.
Unnatural 20.
7. Oh, wait. 8.
With your not... No, 8? Locke, you're the only person to make in the shore. I will allow you, because you rolled a non-natural 20, you can choose either to grab a hold of one of your compatriots, and I'll let you do an additional dex save to see if you, or dex check to see if you actually, like, save them.
I got a 21.
All right, who are you going to try and
And
grab?
I'll probably try to grab Maeve, in all honesty.
All right, you grab Maeve. It works like just your feet just barely start to dunk into the water, Maeve, and he kind of like tosses you out of the water. Unfortunately, Mr. Blackwood is a little soaked. Your clown makeup begins to run.
I allow myself to just sink to the bottom.
Alright, then I swan dive in and go save him.
The slow crushing of a paladin.
Yeah, and I'll just swim back to shore. It's fine.
All right, yeah. I mean, it doesn't take really any effort. You just kind of go like climb up the dock a little bit, which isn't terrible. And you got friends to help you.
Except there are the workers there, right?
I'm gonna see if they noticed your guys' return.
With a big old splash, I would think so.
A couple have noticed your return, and they seem to be kind of forming up similarly as they did before, and kind of like 3 or 4 walking over in your direction.
Should
Jump
we run?
on, jump off. You're gonna not take us on your boat. Holy shit, it's her.
Uh,
And they like stop about 30 feet out, like torches in hand, like start backing up very slowly.
It wasn't me. It wasn't my fault.
We don't want any trouble. I promise we will get out of here. We won't trouble you anymore. We weren't sure who you were. It's fine. Just don't.
Come here.
Just stay.
Come here.
No,
Let's
no,
talk.
I'm okay. And they like hustle and they run away.
Fuck. Okay. I think I need a new disguise.
In your head, you hear, in the back of your ear, you hear Kalt whispering to you,
Oh, I forgot to mention, child. The one that I was talking to previously, the commoner, he had a very distinct description of their feelings towards you. I wasn't sure entirely what had happened, but they seem to be quite afraid, I believe.
I'm scared of me too. Don't worry.
You hear a chuckle back. Oh, I like you more and more as time goes on.
Well, I suppose we should probably make our way to the Stone Lord and warn her.
Either that or we go get some supplies if it's starting to get dark.
I mean, it is dark. It's like 10 o'clock. At this point, it's probably like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, you guys want to go into town and...
Should we wait until the morning? I know we've just left the boat, but...
Well, yeah, I don't know how to put this in a way that you're gonna like, Edmund. My plan was not to come across these goods in the, let's say, legal capacity.
That's okay. I mean, what we're dealing here is with like magnitudes of destruction, and I think stealing supplies is probably the least bad thing we could do.
So I feel like we should do that while everybody's, gone, so we have less of a chance of getting caught.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
I think that's a good idea. Just a quick question. So it's 3 days in between attacks. So is the what's his name gonna attack tomorrow night or the night after?
It's either every second or third day. So you guys said 2 days. The last time you talked to him, which was to this day.
Right.
So you have tomorrow and the day after. It's going to be the day after tomorrow.
Okay, let's get some supplies.
Oh God, Jake Gyllenhaal's coming.
Yeah.
What?
Cold, come get it for you.
Yeah, watch out. The cold has its own mind.
Oh,
Yeah, day after tomorrow.
that was a deep cut.
The deepest of cuts.
Okay, so well, let's see about wrestling up some surprise.
Yeah, I could use some food. I'm kind of hungry.
All right, so you guys know a few places in town, besides just like homes to break into, if that's what you're angling for. There is Randall's General and Specific Goods. You know that to be a general goods store. And that was basically the only store I think you guys came across. You did notice that they had like dry goods and like some food and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
guys
think
just wanted the
Randall's
paper,
makes sense.
but,
I agree.
yeah.
Let's go to Randall's.
All right. It's not actually it's not far from the dock at all. So
I do want to keep a low profile
you-
though. After being recognized like that.
yeah, I was just gonna ask, are you guys trying to be stealthy or not? So I think that answers my question. Everybody make stealth checks.
Stealthy Cocoa Puffs. Am I still disguised?
Yeah, you didn't fall in the water.
Okay, so I still have disadvantage?
Yeah, you are giant
Does a
wings
natural 20 cancel that disadvantage out?
attached. No. That's the whole point of disadvantage. It cancels the natural
But
20 out.
it's a fucking natural 20.
You're
Fuck you.
dressed. You are cosplayed as a
Fuck you.
big blue dragon.
I got an 18 then, asshole.
That's still good. What are
that's
you
not
complaining
bad.
about?
Because the
Right.
natural 20 is even better.
So what is everybody's total?
I got a 14.
You know what's even better is a natural 3 plus 6 now.
9. All right. I mean, generally speaking, Locke seems to cover for your misstumblings, Mr. Blackwood. Generally, your
I can't get
average
my
is still
head
pretty
into it,
high.
you know?
Yeah, you're pretty disillusioned at this point. It's real tough out there for a paladin in
Yep.
what's turned into a pretty dark campaign. You make it there. You keep a relatively low profile, surprisingly, for being a giant dragon covered in like shit. For whatever reason, everybody seems to be too busy with their work to notice you. They are like rapidly deconstructing some of these houses and bringing the lumber to the docks, and they are just not. It's dark, and only some of the parts are lit with torches. It seems like they're trying to conserve as much like material and wood and stuff as possible. So there's like mostly in the dark, which is an advantage to you guys. You find Randall's store. It is closed. What do you guys want to do?
Well, we need supplies. So I look over to Locke, because this was his idea.
Break in. We're going to break in.
All right. There's doors, there are shuttered windows, but I mean, what is your point of attack?
I would like to try to pick the lock on the door, because I don't think I will fit through a window.
Okay. Do you have lock picking kit?
No, I think I have a dagger.
All right. Make the check with
Oh
disadvantage.
no, I have a hand axe. Does anybody have a dagger of some
I have a
sort?
dagger.
I have daggers, yeah.
Let's try a dagger instead of a hand
All
axe.
right. It'll be a straight dexterity check.
I mean, I've got good decks. I could give this one if you want.
What's your dex?
18.
But the thing is, your background is criminal,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You would actually have knowledge of lockpicking. You just
Yeah.
don't have the skill. You don't have the tools
I have.
necessarily.
I am proficient with thieves' tools. We just don't have thieves' tools right now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think thematically, he'd probably be the only one that could get in,
Okay,
at least through this avenue.
I got a 19.
Oh yeah. It's not like the most complicated lock. It's just a simple wooden latch on the back side, so you're able to get you have a thin enough knife where you're just kind of able to and you start to open it, and then you notice there is a chain hanging from the backside of the door.
Classic. Does anybody have some magic that would be of use?
Ooh, okay. If I look in through the window, can I see the chain?
The windows are currently shuttered.
Ah, of course.
Those pesky windows.
They're shuttered from the outside. Yes, correct.
Okay. So I guess I'll open up the shutter to look inside.
It's lashed from the inside as well.
Oh, of course. Okay, then I want to try to use Mage Hand to try to slide the chain.
Because you just have to be able to kind of. I think you don't necessarily have to see the point for a Mage Hand. Spectral floating point you choose within range, so you don't have to see it. So yeah, you can. And then the door is partially open.
Yeah.
So you're able to use Mage Hand to. Kind of, you have to push the door in a little bit and let your hand kind of feel around a little bit.
Right.
But you're able to get the chain off, and you guys have access to the inside of Randall's General and Specific store.
Okay, let's be quick. I don't wanna show my
And
face.
only the necessities. Let's not indulge.
All right, so you do not. I mean, it does smell faintly of pipeweed in here. You probably just get it's like there's a slight coating of tar that is in this place. So there's a bunch of different stuff. There is some food. There's not a ton. There are some rope. There's some tin sheets. Basically, there's also anything that is under the general supplies of a player's handbook. So things like there are candles, there are small lanterns, like a handful, not a ton. The shelves aren't like super duper stocked, but some of the general things.
Are there thieves' tools?
You do notice that there is not thieves' tools per se, but slight, like small, almost like engraving instruments that would work basically the same way. I mean, they're just small little like holders and it's like a little kit for
Like a watchmaker's kit or something?
like a watchmaker's kit almost, like just a lot of small little implements that would be pretty easy to use as lockpicking tools.
Okay.
Kind of like on a high shelf.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start taking some of the food and the dried meat and put it in my bag because I think food is probably gonna be the most important thing.
So total, you guys find what little he has left is probably about 7 days worth of rations.
Oh wow.
Like
Take it all.
So 7 days, so one ration per day would so for you guys, 4 people, it would last about a day and a half or so.
That's okay. We really only need it for like a day or two, because then either everything burns down or
Plus, we can go fishing or some shit. Who
Yeah.
knows?
You do see it's a general goods store, so you do see things like there is a fishing
General
rod.
goods store.
Yeah, general goods store.
Oh yeah, take that fishing rod all
So
day.
there's a fishing rod. Is there anything else you guys want?
What does he have in the way of weapons?
There are no weapons here. You see things that
Okay.
could probably be he has some knives and stuff like that, but they're not really. I mean, you could probably use them as a dagger, but that's not their intended purpose. They're like utility knives or things for like woodworking or carving up stuff. You do know that there is a smithy. You guys walked by it, but you never actually went inside. I think you saw the name. It was the Heavy Hand.
Maybe we can go over there. But does our boy Randy have some healing potions or anything like that?
Make a investigation check.
Because that is the one thing that we seem to be lacking quite a lot. I have. Where is investigation? Intelligence. There we go.
It's
Okay.
intelligence check.
17 plus 1, 18.
18, yeah, and kind of behind the counter, kind of where he was sitting and smoking his pipe before, you notice that there is a locked cabinet. And just make a quick thieves tool. You can actually use you have thieves tools to use now if Maeve gave them to you. So you can add, it'll be a thieves tools check, which is dexterity plus your proficiency modifier on a d20.
Okay. So I got 15 plus
Dex plus your prof.
3 plus 2. So unnatural 20.
Yeah. So pretty quickly you're able to kind of lock it open.
noise.
You see 3 small potions in there. 2 are red, and then the other one is kind of this. almost milky part. It's got a milky base, but you see these kind of like black particulate in it. And randomly, as you're like staring at it, it like fizzes up to the top of the container, almost like it's gonna pop the cork out, and then it like shrinks back down.
Ooh. Maybe we shouldn't take these though. I mean, these are quite expensive. We could be bankrupting the poor fellow.
Well, if we are successful and the Stone Lord Allison, whatever the fuck her name is, comes through on her promise of giving us riches, then we can just pay him back, you know?
I wouldn't bank on her giving us any reward after the events that transpired.
So what is you guys' next move? I mean, also, if you guys want to like talk some stuff out, that's also super fine.
I will defer to the judgment of the group.
I think, Locke wanted to go to the smithy to see if they had something for him.
Yeah, but I also want these healing potions, because if we get into this this battle and it's not going our way, then I prioritize keeping the group alive more than I prioritize bankrupting this dude.
Fine, but only if you make this agreement. If we don't use them, we return them.
Okay, I agree to that.
I can do that, yeah.
Alright, fine. Then I'm okay with it.
Okay, so I guess we'll leave. Can we lock the door behind us, or?
Give it a real shot.
I'll use Mage Hand and put the chain back.
Before we leave, though, I'm just gonna... I have 15 gold pieces left. I'm just gonna... What did we take? We took...
I have food.
I'm just gonna leave the whole pouch. I'm just gonna leave the 15 gold with him.
So, yeah, like... Do I have a rough idea of how much these potions are worth?
Just make a straight intelligence check.
Critical fail.
No, you don't really have a good idea. You know, generally speaking, that health potions are not the most expensive thing in the world if they're of like a very minor sort. But since you don't really know what the other one is, you don't know if it's very expensive or not expensive at all.
Okay. Well, I think maybe we check out the smithy after I leave the gold on the counter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you guys head to the Heavy Hand, a place that you've not been previously. You kind of come up to the door. How are you going to try and get in?
Probably the same thing that we did before, right, Pat?
I would assume, unless there's like a chimney or something we could go down.
You do see that there is it is an active like smithy, so there would be a chimney.
But would the fire still be burning?
You don't notice any smoke coming out of it.
I still say we try the front door.
All right. If you're gonna try the front door, make a investigation or perception check as you kind of like try to figure out the door a little bit.
Let's go perception. And I got a 6 + 3, so 9.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like, you kind of, like, walk up to the door and, like, trying to figure out where the lock is, and it just kind of opens.
But the lock is right here.
Well, I just mean the door opens.
Hey, my name is Locke.
His name is Locke.
Jesus.
Oh, that went over my head.
Alright, but I have thieves tools now, right?
Yeah, you do have, we'll say you have thieves tools.
Alright, so let's give it the old college try. So I roll a 13
well, the door
plus... Oh, what?
Like, when you're trying to, like, find the lock, as you, like, put your hand on the door, it just opens inward.
Okay, I don't like this. I'm skeeved out about this.
And as it kind of opens up in front of you, you see, like, it seems like a decent chunk of people left here in a hurry. There's stuff on the ground. There's, like, a big, huge, like, 2 large drums, like 50-gallon sized, like, wine barrels almost, full of nails, and one of them was toppled over. And, like, there's a bunch
Maeve,
of nails
be careful.
just, like, on the floor. The fire...
Is everybody wearing shoes?
I think so.
Yes.
The fire is mostly out. You do see, like, some, like, very soft orange ambers, and where the smithy part of it is, and next to it you see a a very large anvil of a dwarven style. It's not like a traditional anvil. It's an octagon with dwarven faces on each side, and it kind of like spouts up like almost like some water and like a fountain, and then flattens out into this kind of octagon. It's pretty cool looking, but the place is super empty, and you see a sign that says nails 2 gold a pound, like right in front of, like hanging in front of where the barrels would have been.
My guess is he was selling these nails for people to board up their houses with.
Yep. Another thing, make a perception check. This is all just like face value stuff. The perception to see what you see.
A 7.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you get. You do notice, you would notice that there doesn't seem to be as many swords and armor and things that you normally see in a normal smithy.
I guess I'll walk through and just pick through the rubble and see if there's anything, not rubble, but like,
What's
you know,
left?
yeah.
So everybody that wants to search the place, you can make investigation checks.
Sure.
Beyond like the normal stuff that
I got a 9.
I have a 12.
Rolled another 3.
All right.
So many 3s.
There's nothing crazy here. Maeve, you do notice while walking through that there seems to be a sword mid-process of being disassembled. You see like this big pair of clippers, and you see, like surmising from the process, it seems like this person was taking swords and turning them into nails. There are some basic weapons here. There's 3 or 4 long swords, 3 or 4 short swords. Basically, this person was working through their back catalog of weapons and supplies. So there's most of the weapons that you would find on the table, not in great supply. So like no bows and arrows or anything like that. It's not. But you would see maybe the arrow points. You see a lot of nails, of course, and you see at least 1 or 2 of anything on the weapons table. Like spears, javelins, that sort of thing.
Can I cast detect magic just to see if there's anything, lingering that might be of some great value?
So yeah, detect magic. You do notice the anvil itself has a slight magical aura about it. It seems like it's a really fine anvil that probably makes working of steel very easy. You notice that there's like a transmutational magic kind of aura about it, and you can kind of surmise, like, you've heard of very nice anvils having magic attached to it, which makes it like easier to work the steel with a hammer.
Okay. That's the only magic signature I get.
Only magical thing you see.
Can I? This is a 10-minute concentration spell. Would I be able to like shuffle out of here and over to the general goods store again, just to see if I ping anything with my detect magic?
Oh yeah. So you head back over real quick. You said you guys locked up, right?
Yeah.
So it's locked up. But you can see through probably some of the wood. There doesn't seem to be anything magical as far as you can tell through the wood.
Okay. I was just looking for that bag of holding. That's it.
No bag of holding.
Okay. I'll go back over and I'll just kind of stay on lookout while they look for stuff.
All right. So what are you guys looking for? Are you guys just looking for weapons?
There isn't really anything I can use here. So I don't know. Pat, are you looking for something?
I was just looking for weapons, so if I didn't find anything, then
there's weapons. Like, are you looking for specific? I mean, it's basically just all.
I'm looking for like special weapons, not anything basic. I already got my normal shit.
I mean, there's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all just like normal weaponry. I mean, this place is a pretty small town, so.
So maybe we should head out of town and then regroup, reconvene, try to make a plan to.
I guess if you're looking for a very particular kind of, so you're looking for anything special or out of the ordinary, right?
Yeah.
What was your investigation check?
9.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
Yeah. Oh well.
Maeve, what was your highest?
I had a 12.
You do notice that there is one sword on the wall that has a slightly different sheen than the others. Like, it's just a little more shiny, and it does catch your eye. It does look overall like a nicer weapon, like a higher class of weapon.
Hey, Locke, that one looks super shiny.
I'll go look over at it.
Yeah. I mean, it seems to be a nicer weapon. You do know that there is almost like a more vibrant sheen to this weapon. You can probably surmise that it is a silver-coated sword.
Ooh.
Which is typically kind of a semi-expensive process that most people don't get because it's more for flash than anything else. Like, it could be more effective against certain kind of enemies, but...
Like a werewolf.
Potentially.
I'm gonna take it.
You wouldn't really know, though.
Okay, metagame Pat knows, but Locke does not know.
Alright, yeah. But that's the only thing that, like, really, with a 12, like, catches your guys' eye around here.
Can I take a quick peek in and investigate?
I believe you already did.
Did I?
Right? Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember rolling
You got, like,
investigation in here. I rolled it in the
3.
general store.
I mean, sure, you can do it again.
15. It's just a 5 roll.
Yeah. You don't really seem to notice anything beyond. I mean, there's like shields and stuff. There's armor, simple armors, shields, weapons. I don't know if any of that stuff catches your eye or anything. There's like particular that you're wanting armor wise or shield wise or weapon wise.
No, I'm not really like looking to take anything. It's just like if there is something that could be valuable in this fight, I'm just keeping an eye peeled for it.
No, unless I mean that goes for all of you guys. If there's like basically on the in this room, there's all of the basic weapons and armors. Like you don't see full plate or anything like that, but going up to like medium armors, sparing like half plate, you see like you see breastplates, you see other stuff like that. So if you want to gear up or you want to change out weapons, this would be an opportunity to do so.
I'm gonna stick with what I got.
Yeah, I think most of the armor's too big for me anyways. I like my dress.
Alright, okie dokie. So, what is your guys' next move? You've done a little exploring, you've done a little finding.
I mean, I think we should probably warn the Storm Lord. Stone Lord? Stone Lord.
Yeah.
That's her name.
Do we want to do that tonight?
I mean, the more time we give them, the more time we have to prep.
No, that's fair. I think that's a good idea. We just have to get past that one short guy.
Yeah.
And any other guards that might be there that want to kill me.
Yeah, maybe we don't send you in.
Okay,
Well,
I
we
can
just hide
try to
you.
wait outside or hide or something.
I think we can hide you, maybe. Or, I don't know. Maybe we just deliver a message.
Like leave a note on the door?
No, deliver a note to the guard and then leave.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys make your way to the villa. As you guys are progressing, we'll use your old stealth checks. Everybody's too busy at this point to really notice. I hate to keep on peppering you with perception checks. So we're going to, as you are going there, you pass through the square where the church of Kalish was. You notice that the church has been trashed. The doors are like barely on their hinges. The graffiti is intensified, like there's huge segments that are completely almost like covered. Like it was a very nice, like silver coated, kind of like tinned outside, very like Eastern European church feel, and it has been completely covered in like dirt, like whatever rotten food, paint. Where is Kalish now? You led us to, like, quote, like you led us to death. It's all your fault. You took my child from me. You took my loved one from me.
Jesus.
You took my everything from me. And you hear the light sobbing of an old man in the distance.
I'm kind of torn because I obviously this is where like everyone died because of me, but I still want to help people, but I'm not really. I'm trying to figure out what I would want to do here. I think warning the town would take precedence for me.
Okay. So you guys keep on walking by?
Yeah, I just genuinely would not know what to say to somebody in that situation, so I think I would just dip.
I'll allow you guys to make, just for edification, I'll allow you guys to make a perception check. I hate to keep on peppering you, but it seems relevant.
Nat 1.
Peppered with perception.
Peppered with that.
7
I
plus
got a
2.
21.
21?
Yeah.
It sounds like the voice of Father Seawan. Like,
Yeah, I feel bad,
crying in the
but-
distance. And you do see, with your perception check, you see what looks to be a medium-sized creature, like strapped to one of the doors that's barely on its hinges.
Okay, that's a little weird. I want to go check that out.
All right, do you guys follow Locke, or you let him do this by his own?
I guess I'm gonna keep my distance, but I'll still like watch from a distance.
Locke, as you approach, you see this medium-sized creature kind of like strapped to the door, and once you get a little bit closer, and like the dim moonlight, you see it is Father Seawan. He has been strapped to the door, and he looks like he has been beaten. He looks very close to death, and he is just openly sobbing and crying and kind of mumbling, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I didn't
I
No.
want to walk up to him slowly and, like, I guess reach out to him and say, Father?
What? Do you just don't... I'm sorry, I didn't know. Just don't hurt me anymore.
I'm not here to hurt you. Who did this?
They did. After so many died. I just didn't know.
It wasn't your fault.
It was mine. I trusted. I trusted those adventurers. I didn't know.
Does he not recognize me?
It's dark, and his like face is completely swollen.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna say, I'm sure those adventurers were just trying their best.
I saw it. I saw it. I
Saw
saw
what?
I saw what happened to that little girl. She cast some spell, and then just all this shadow rose out of the ground, and it whipped through all of those people. And I saw the shadows leave their bodies, and I saw it go into the girl. I saw all of that. I saw all of those people's souls go into that little demon girl.
She's not a demon.
I didn't know. How could I have known? Your voice. It sounds. I know your. Where do I know your voice from?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it can't. You're not one of them, are you? You're not come to finish the job. Are you going to kill me?
I wasn't planning on it, but if you call my friend a demon one more time, we'll see what happens. And then I'm just gonna, like, let the illusion drop, I guess.
What illusion? You have no illusion.
Like, I wasn't trying to
Oh,
disguise
you're
my
trying to
voice
disguise your
anymore.
voice.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Bobby. Maybe they're not good people.
No,
She is a demon. There may be something far worse than her that started the poison of this town, but she was the one that drove a stake through its heart. She's a demon. Kill me if you need be. I have nothing left to live for.
I'm not gonna kill you. I want to let you go. Like, I want to take you down off the door, but I'm worried that it's the only thing that's keeping your body intact right now.
I don't know.
Who has the potions?
So much pain.
Okay.
I have the potions, but I'm not gonna use one on this asshole.
I mean, I would
God.
want to help him.
You-
personally, but
I mean, yeah. I mean, this is dark.
I mean, do I see and hear all of this?
Make a perception check. Locke, what is your alignment?
I'm chaotic neutral, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Natural 20.
Your heart is just sinking as you hear this discussion, because it is like an arrow through your fucking heart. He's right. He didn't know. You guys were really deceptive to him, and persuasive, and he thought you guys were there to help, and
We were there to help.
you ended up killing 70 people, and he left him there to the mob, and they beat him almost to death, and they left him hanging there as like a warning, as like punishment. And like he was trying to help. He had taken in children, he had done all the good things, and he still is in the predicament that he is in, and it is like an arrow through your fucking heart.
I wanna walk up to him,
Yeah.
and I just want to place my hands on either side of his face, and I just want to. I'm not gonna disguise my voice or anything. I just want to say, you did the right thing. You did what you thought was best for this town, and we failed you. We let you down, and there's no debt. There's no repayment that can be made to fill the void that we've left in this town. But you can still do good here. So please keep your wits about you, Father. The people of this town are going to need you when they finally get their heads back. And I'm going to cast, or I'm going to use some of my lay on hands, and I'm going to heal him for 5 hit points.
All right, yeah. As you're saying this, you see, make a persuasion check. I'll give it with advantage.
With advantage is a natural 18 plus 6, 24.
So as you're saying this, you're kind of like casting the lay on hands. You see the swelling in his face go down, and you see some of like the bruises on his arms, and like hands and stuff kind of like recede, and you see kind of his face kind of come back to a more normal shape that you recognize as Father Sewen. And you see just like tears trickling down from his eyes, and he's like, I don't know what to believe. Can you just cut me down, please?
I'll cut him down.
I want to go home.
I'm just hiding behind the fountain right now because I know if I show my face, then that's probably not the best thing.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Sure. Oh, that's a strong 5.
You didn't really hear any of this. You're kind of unaware.
Okay.
Of exactly what's going on, but you cut him down, and he's still like pretty hurt. He kind of hobbles off into the inside of the church, and you kind of you hear him sobbing a little bit, but not quite as strong as before. He's like, "Thank you for your kindness. I know I said rather harsh words to your friend before. I just don't know what to do."
You must be strong. Now more than ever, you must get your head about you and look out for those children.
They're gone.
All of them?
Not all. I mean, not all of them as you were thinking. Maybe some, I don't know, but they all ran off afterwards. There was so much pain, so much anger. I don't blame them for running away. It was the safest thing. If they'd stayed, who knows, maybe they would have been caught up in it and been hurt. I hope that they are okay.
We are going to put the spike through the heart of not this town, but that beast. We will make amends, and the people are going to need you to be strong. So get your head about you and get those children back and make sure that they are safe.
I'll do what I can. I'm so tired. I think I need to go to sleep for a bit. I appreciate you. I'm sorry for my barbs.
No, it's okay.
I will.
And set up something in front of the door. Once the townsfolk have seen that we've cut you down, I'm afraid they might come back. So, set up a noise trap or something, so if you hear people coming.
I have a place I can hide. I'll go there. There's no shortage of empty homes at the moment, so I feel like I can find a place to stay for the evening.
All right. Well, best of luck, Father.
Thank you.
I'm
Best of luck, and may Kalish guide your way.
Cheers.
All right, and then he kind of strolls off into the darkness of the church. But yeah, one chilling thing you guys are able to make out is there does seem to be like kind of whatever low light, whoever has low light vision.
Yeah,
you do see that where everybody dropped, you see kind of not, it doesn't seem to be like in chalk or anything, but you see almost like this white burn mark into the ground, and you see like 70 plus dots kind of like dotted throughout the ground.
I'm
They're
just
almost
gonna,
like stars. They're almost like kind of like a singed star look.
I'm gonna do the best to erase that image from my mind as I walk away.
I guess I'll come into the church. Do I see him like walk out? Because I was kind of hanging out by the fountain outside.
Yeah. I mean, you see the father goes into the church, like he's gonna go grab his belongings and probably maybe sit for a minute.
Okay.
But you see them kind of like come from the exit. They didn't actually go inside.
Okay. I'll just hang tight for a second then.
All right. Do you guys continue on your way to the Stone Lord?
Yeah, I think it's reasonable. I'll probably take a few minutes to sit down and write out a note.
All right, yeah. You write out a note. What is the note that you're writing?
I don't know. What does everybody think we should say?
Sorry for murdering your town.
I mean, maybe we should make it like kind of cryptic, like something about come back in a couple days and see the rebirth of your town or some shit like that. I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I think we should probably be pretty clear and just say, like, the beast intends to attack the Stone Lord's castle on such and such time, and we intend to betray him, so please,
dude,
let us in.
He's
something
gonna
like that.
know.
He's gonna know from the note?
Yeah.
He might. I don't know. It seems like it's... I don't know. I'm doing the mental math in my brain right now, and it seems like it's probably better if we risk it so that they don't kill us immediately. And then, I mean, either way, we're going to wind up fighting this guy.
Yeah. Oh, we just got our shit kicked in the first time.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think given that there will be other guards there and stuff like that, it'll be a different scenario this time. And now I'm pissed.
Maybe we should tell them that we're their only hope. I don't know.
Help me, Obi-Wan.
Yeah, basically. Like trust the adventurers, rally behind them, something like that.
Oh, maybe just... I don't know, maybe we just warn them that the attack is coming on that night and we just leave it at that.
That's probably the simplest thing to do. I like it.
And then I can stand 600 feet away from the Stone Lord's manor and try to shoot it into the door.
All right.
Just, stick it to the door.
Stick it to the mom.
All right. So are you guys proceeding to the Stone Lord's villa?
I do like the idea of using the bow and arrow to deliver the message. If there's a message that says the beast is returning, trust the adventurers, like on your front door, I think I would probably take heed of that.
Trust us slashed out. The adventurers, they are good people.
Or we could just say, we're really sorry. that's really the best I got.
We're
sorry. Very
so sorry.
Ah, bad. Look. Okay.
Oopsie-doopsies.
Yeah. Bit of a sticky wicket.
So that's the plan. You guys are gonna like try and shoot an arrow at their door
Well, when you put it that way.
Yeah, I mean,
from a distance.
I'm gonna tie a note to the arrow.
All right, yeah.
It's the chosen method of delivery for information of this session.
All right. You guys approach, and I guess how close are you trying to get?
I can get 600
feet, or?
I can get 600 feet away and just fire with disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah. So 600 feet away, which is like pretty far.
Yeah.
600
600 feet is 2 football fields, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's pretty far. But I will. So yeah, you guys get to 600 feet, and you are knocking up your arrow, and as you're about to let fly, you hear a
Wow.
Jesus.
coming from the direction of the villa.
I mean, does it sound like he's screaming at me about to fire an arrow, or is he screaming like he's being attacked?
Like he's being attacked.
I'm gonna rush up.
Can I try to see what's going on?
So yeah, it takes you a few minutes from 600 feet, or it takes you, what is it? Probably about a minute, right? 60 feet.
I mean,
well, it takes 10 rounds if you're doing full action, so it takes a minute. As you approach the guardhouse where Todley was previously, you see Todley lying on the ground. His little turtled up breastplate, you see a giant gaping burst out hole in it. And he's blood all the way around him. And as you look up on the villa wall, it says the true Lord has returned.
Fuck.
So I guess I don't need the note. Is
Why not?
Todley dead, or...
Roll medicine check. Roll medicine check.
Well, I think the first thing I would do is try to just put 1 point of healing with lay on hands on him, just to see if I can stabilize him.
It doesn't happen. You pour in, and you try to do it, and you can just realize off the bat that he's there are internal parts of his chest that are missing.
Jesus.
There are bones kind of from the pure force of the impact, some of the bones broke and actually shot through part of the his breastplate, the way they crunched upwards and flexed. It's brutal.
Jesus.
And
we should leave immediately.
And as you guys are investigating, you hear a familiar voice in the back of your head. Are we? I didn't realize the plan was going to come into action so soon. Are you ready to storm the villa?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it now.
What?
Okay. I mean, I told you I was going to make my mark known tonight. You guys convinced me that I should increase the fear.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. We're ready.
I'm already ready. Storm the villa, get to my sister's chamber, and then I'll be there to take my reward and to give you your reward.
What was our reward again?
Wait, are you already in your sister's in your sister's room?
No. She will retreat to the throne chamber. It's the most defensible position. And there also happens to be a secret getaway, kind of tucked behind someplace safe. I know where it is, and I know the exit point. So, I can be there very quickly, and I think it'll be quite dramatic when she thinks she'll be getting away, but as she goes to the secret, the escape tunnel, I'm there waiting for her. And I just want to see all hope drained from her face.
Can I roll insight?
Alright, but I mean, if... yeah, roll insight.
Is he just trying to bait us into getting murdered? That's a natural 19. I don't know that I have a modifier.
Insight's wisdom.
Yeah, I don't have any. Wait, no, I have a +2, so that's a 21.
21. He's not, like... It's kind of hard to say. You can definitely tell from your past experiences with him and his general outlook and, like, what you know of him, he definitely wouldn't care if you guys died or, like, got in his way. He probably wouldn't care to kill you. But, I mean... He's not, like, this isn't necessarily a trap in any other way than, like, he wants you to be a big distraction and to do a lot of the work for him, and then he wants to have, like, you've known him to be a little monologue-y and just a little bit crazy. He definitely wants that kind of moment of, like, he wants to be satisfied in a very particular way when he, like, gets his revenge.
Yeah, he's like any evil villain. Like, a lot of work went into his plan. He wants to monologue because, you need to understand how much work went into it.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't get that he is necessarily just, like, outright trying to kill you, but then again, you have no idea if his plan as he sees it in this moment wouldn't outright kill you, so...
Is he, go ahead.
Can I... Sorry. No, I was just gonna say, does it seem like he's using the same spell that we know Kalt was using to, like, talk to us?
It is different.
Okay.
The Kalt's thing is more of like a whisper in the ear. It's a little creepy. This one is like in your mind he is communicating with you. It seems to be some form of telepathy.
I still feel like he's got to be able to see us in order to do that. Can I try to roll some sort of perception to see if I can spot this dude?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, you can.
Let's see.
Just know that your dark vision only extends out to 60 feet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. That is a natural 18 plus 2 because I'm proficient, so 20 dirty.
I have a 19 plus 1, so 20.
You don't notice. You don't see him anywhere.
I got shit, so I didn't see it.
Same.
Yeah, so you don't see him. You can surmise that he's probably, like, relatively close, just from... You doubt that he has got, like, limitless range on whatever ability this is, and he is, like, seems to be talking to you, like, as, like, he were, like, standing next to you, and kind of like, oh, do you like my mark? Like, he knows that you're there, but you don't see him, and he's probably watching you in some way.
Right. Okay.
All right. I say we approach the front door.
Yeah, I think that's... If we're doing this tonight, then might as well.
I'm gonna try to whisper to you guys because I assume he can hear everything we're saying. But I'm gonna try to whisper to you guys as best as you can, just like pretend to kill people. And I'm just gonna pound on the door pretty loudly.
All right. You guys are going for it. So, all right. You pound on the door. It kind of reverberates throughout the, you can hear kind of like almost like a hollow cave kind of thing. You hear it echoing behind you. And, 10 seconds passes, 30 seconds pass, a minute passes, and you hear somebody approaching the door. And from the inside, you, without opening, you hear a very gruff voice,
Who goes there?
Please let us in. There's been a terrible accident out here. Your short guard, I believe he's dead.
Well, that's a guard's duty, is to die for his highness.
They left a message on the wall. You should really see this. This is gruesome.
What does the message say?
It says the true Lord has returned.
Well, okay, I will relay that to the highness. You may go back to your homes.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
I will relay that to her highness. You may return to your home.
please.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
we'll-
No,
we'll-
it sounds like you're saying you wait. Okay, no, I'm sorry. There must be some sort of miscommunication. I can't hear you through the door. Could you just open the fucking door?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god, that's a natural 20.
Oh my
Let's
god.
go.
I suppose one moment he kind of starts to like crack open the door and starts to begin to speak.
And the moment the door cracks open, I just want to bum rush and just try to like push my way through.
Okay, yeah, make a strength check.
This isn't gonna go.
Or yeah, maybe it'd be athletics, or acrobatics. You can maybe, like, get
I
around
could
it.
do some acrobatics. I can acrobatics my way into that. That's gonna be a 13 plus 6 is 19.
That is a natural 3. Yeah, you're able to get in around him, and there you see is a guard with a large mace in his hand, kind of like taken aback and kind of thrown away a little bit.
What are you doing?
And
Leave the premises.
I just like shove him, and I want everybody to just get in, and we just slam the door behind us.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
He kind of like double hefts his mace.
What are you doing? Get outside, you filth.
Follow along, and I just I start like clattering my sword against like the stone and against some metal, so it sounds like battle is happening. And I'm just gonna like hold my finger up to him, just like shh, just make it sound like we're fighting.
Okay, and he's gonna take a swipe at you.
Okay.
He's gonna take 2 attacks at you. First attack. That's cocked. That's really super cocked. Natural 20.
Oof.
And then a natural 17. I believe both of those hit.
My AC is an 18, so
So
presuming he has a
17
modifier.
plus 4, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 21. So natural 20, I'll do the natural 20 first. As you're kind of like play acting and things get super real, you're just not seeing this coming, and he clocks you across the skull for 10 points of damage. And then the second hit, as he kind of like follows it up very quickly. Just cocking all over the place. Just for 3 points of damage, as you're like expecting it now, or able to kind of move a little bit out of the way. He only rolled a 1 on the d6. But yeah, he's giving you real sounds of battle, all right.
Too real.
I would like to cast suggestion on him.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna look at the guard and say, there's a man who wants to kill us all. Take us to the Stone Lord.
So he's going to roll his check. It's a natural 4.
You fail.
So he kind of like drops the thing. You have important information. What would you say? You had important information. You need to see the Stone Lord.
Yes. Yeah, I said that there's someone who's gonna kill us all, and you need to take us to the Stone Lord immediately.
Oh, somebody's going to kill us all, and I must take you to the Stone Lord immediately.
Yes.
Follow me.
And he starts kind of like walking forward.
I'm just gonna keep making loud battle noises like avast tak shing chat.
Okay. I'm gonna roll some perception checks.
Oh, jeez.
As you guys are, it's actually kind of a long walk there, and he's not like running or anything. As you guys are walking through, you see other guards starting to take notice of you.
I'm just
Like
gonna
handful?
hold my finger up to my mouth and be like shh. And keep,
So it's not a ton. You do see another 2 guards like kind of like walking with you. They have weapons drawn.
That's
like
fine.
clubs. And
just
they're
gonna,
kind
like-
of watching you guys really closely.
Yeah, just-
and like the guy is like,
I must take them to the Stone Lord. Somebody's coming here to kill us all. I must go. I must tell her.
I'm just gonna be like play along, make battle noises.
and they make persuasion check.
Jesus Christ.
That is a natural 14 plus 6 is a dirty 20.
Okay, they both look at you and go, pow, boom,
Bang!
clang, bang.
Kapow!
Very. And he kind of like runs. You finally get to the point where you see the throne room is coming up. Kind of bursts through.
There's somebody coming to kill us all, and I must tell the Storm Lord.
And then the Storm Lord, somebody's coming to kill us all. And you see him kind of like, whoa, kind of shake his head for a moment. And so you see the Stone Lord. There are 2 other guards directly at her side, and you see Dasan next to her, kind of like talking to her.
I'm just going to say, your brother is the beast and he's back.
Excuse me, what did you say?
Your brother, the douchebag, he's back.
I'm sorry, but my brother is dead.
He did not die in that boat accident. He survived and he came back, and he is the beast.
I assure you that is quite impossible.
How else would I know that your brother died in a boat accident?
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty common. It only happened about 10 years ago. Like, people still talk about it.
We saw
I
him...
suppose it was suspicious, but I mean, boats get lost at sea all the time.
He told us about a secret passage in this throne room, and he's going to ambush you there.
What? You secret... What's... There's no secret passage. That's...
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
That is a natural 13. That looked like an 18. Plus 2, 15.
She is not hiding her lie well.
Okay, come on. Who are you lying to, us or yourself?
There's no way he could be alive. I made sure he would not be. You must. It's a pretender. My brother can't be alive.
Fine, then why don't you use your secret passage and meet the foul beast at the end of it and tell us what you think after?
One of the guards starts to starts rubbing his nose a little bit and starts something does. I'm smelling something.
With his nose.
And everybody else is starting to look around. Yeah, he's like, I smell something. It's
good man. Trust your instincts.
Maybe there is some truth to what they say. He can't be dead. I killed him. There is no Bellerin anymore.
Well, you didn't do a great job, so you gotta finish it now.
Why should we even listen to you anyway? Is from what I've been told.
Are we just gonna go and skip past the fact that she just admitted to killing him?
I guess so. Are you saying this as you or as Locke?
As Locke.
Oh. Nobody. It's not quite what I mean. I mean the storm killed him. The storm, and you notice.
You said I killed him. That's pretty unambiguous.
So you notice that she looks a little bit differently than you saw her before. Her clothes seem a little bit more messy. Her hair is in a slight state of disarray. It doesn't seem like she has slept in the past few days. And you actually see a lot of if you look at her hands, she's just rubbing her hands constantly, almost trying to crack her knuckles, but they won't crack anymore because she's cracked them so much. She keeps on really pressing into her hands and is kind of fluttering about. Her voice is different. There is not the intimidating stare down that there was previously. She seems very flighty and nervous. The storm. I meant the storm. I didn't kill my brother. It was a very sad accident. But why? I don't understand why I'm listening to you.
Can I?
Your little demon child killed 70 people. That is a full 20 plus more than whatever this foul beast did.
I just walk up and I wanna pull a glove and just slap her across the face twice and just get a hold of yourself, woman.
Oh man, roll an attack roll.
That is a 7. Do you want me to add anything to it?
I mean, it's attack roll. Your normal attack roll.
So plus proficiency in Dex, so 6, so 13.
You get up there and start doing it. She catches your hand. Do not think me to be some delicate thing.
Well, get your mind right.
And at that, the guards kind of pull out their clubs and. You notice being this close, there is a smell. And it's a very familiar smell.
He's here.
Can I look over to Dasan? Do I see any weird reaction?
Dasan seems to be kind of crunching up her nose a little bit, and she is a little surprised. You see she's staring you down pretty heavily. You guys did not leave on the best of terms the last time, if you remember. You commanded her to grovel, if you don't remember.
Yeah. No, I just had this thought in the back of my mind that she might be Ballerin or whatever his name is in disguise.
I mean, that doesn't seem there's no smell, and Bellerin didn't seem to have any way of he didn't, if it didn't make you seem like that was a thing that he was doing.
Okay. Show us this passage.
I can't show you the passage. It's secret. If I showed you, it wouldn't be a secret escape tunnel anymore. It would be a known escape tunnel.
I'm just gonna start turning over the room. Like, I'm gonna, like, throw the bed aside and push over dressers.
It's the throne room. It's the throne room right now, so you're in the throne room.
Oh, I thought it was in her bedroom.
Nah, it's throne room.
Oh, we're in the throne room. Okay. So I'll just start, like, tearing down tapestries and...
Make an investigation check.
Natural 7 plus 0, 7.
You don't pick up on anything immediately. At that point, though, as you guys are starting to investigate, and she's like freaking out, kind of being like, "What are you doing? It's my throne room. You're disturbing everything. I have it just like I like it." You see the throne she's sitting on, like, jump for a second, and then you see with her on it, it gets like tossed about 10 feet to the right, and you see Bellerin in all of his glory start to emerge out of the hole underneath the throne. This very large, imposing throne. It's easily, like, you could think it's probably a few tons, probably.
I believe my compatriots made my way for me. Thank you, my friends. Dear sister, it has been too long. Oh, so long. Oh, how I have missed you.